Hello, fellow YouTubers, truth seekers, and Mandela affected. I'm Darkwolf, and this is Darkwolf's Den. So, welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's enjoyed the videos I've put up so far. I'd like to do something a little different today. Normally, I do Mandela theory or Mandela effect theory videos, and what these are is I take the theories that have been put forth by the Mandela effect community and I explain them. Don't necessarily go for or against them, though I might give my own opinion, but I explain what the theory is. I've added a couple of my own theories, and surprisingly enough, the universal error correcting theory, which is one of my own, has actually got the most hits so far. Not a whole lot of comments, but the most hits. So, if that means anything. Anyway, today is not going to be a theory video if you haven't figured it out yet. But this will be a Mandelism video. What is a Mandelism? Well, those are Mandela effect changes. I think that's quite clunky to say, so I've shortened it to Mandelism. If you're out there in the community watching, please pick this up. It's so much easier to say. That said, now, I've said on this one for a couple months because I was hoping to see it in the community. It's never come out in the community. I haven't seen anybody speak of this, which is really surprising after you figure out what it is. So I figured I'd go ahead and make my own just to put it out there. And if this affects you, please let me know. I'm not real big on the whole. Matter of fact, let's do a voting video. Moneybags does amazing voting videos. If you don't know who he is, Moneybag73, check out his channel. He's got over 100 of the incredible Mandela Effect voting video series. And I check out every one he puts out. I always vote. Most every Mandela Effect he's found, or Mandelism he's found, is spot on for me. Like, they are an effect for me. So check them out, guys. If you're really, really into looking at the Mandelisms, there's also a load of other YouTubers. Nobleness D, Reality Shifter, now I'm put on the spot. I can't. Lone Eagle. They're all great YouTube Mandelism video makers. Check them out. I'm not saying the Mandelisms aren't important. I just don't normally do them. I think they're very important. They are the effect of whatever the cause is we're looking for. So, that said, this one is about Back to the Future. Not just Back to the Future. I know there's been a couple out there. Back to the Future 3. There's one scene in Back to the Future 3 where he's at a shooting gallery. And he picks up the gun. And I want you to tell me how you remember him shooting the gun. Do you remember him hitting the hammer back with his hand? Or do you remember him just lifting the gun and shooting? I personally remember him hitting the hammer back with his hand. But I was watching it on TV a couple months ago and I was surprised by what I seen. So here, let's check it out together. Okay, guys, so here's the clip in question. As you see, I'm on YouTube. Back to the Future 3 gallery scene. This is from Back to the Future 3. As a matter of fact, this is from Movie Line. Anyway, he's handing the gun to Marty right here. So let's see what happens. I want you to think about it. How do you remember him shooting the gun? Of course, he's going to take one shot off to the top, and he's going to miss. He pulls it back, and he takes a shot. Oop, messed up. So I want y'all to think real quick. How do you remember him shooting from here? Do you remember him hitting a hammer, or... Well, I'll be darned. In this reality, he just lifts the gun and shoots. See, this ain't right to me. I remember him lifting the gun with his hand, hitting it back the hammer, and shooting. And the reason I remember it is right here. The guy asked him, "Let me ask you one thing, son. Where'd you learn to shoot like that?" And Marty answers 7-Eleven. That's another reason it stuck with me. It's one of the funniest jokes of the movie, in my opinion. And it doesn't make any sense now because he didn't do the fancy shooting whatnot. He shot just like anybody else would. Quick, but just like anybody else would. He didn't do nothing crazy or fancy with the gun. I remember him picking it up and hitting the back of the hammer or the gun with his hand repeatedly like you see in all the old West movies. I know I'm a little shaky. I am recording this on a cell phone, so I apologize for that. I hope y'all still enjoy it. I just wanted to show you that. And like I said, it's a voting video, so you tell me. If you remember him... So what do you think, guys? Now that you've seen it, how do you remember it? Like I said, I remember him hitting it like that as he shot. However, as we just seen, he merely lifts the gun and shoots. See, I don't remember it that way. If you remember him lifting the gun and hitting it with his hand like I remember, vote up, hit like. If you remember him just the way I just showed you, where he just lifts the gun and he shoots, thumbs down. So thumbs up if you remember like I do, thumbs down if you remember it like it is right now. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not going to do a lot of Mandelism videos. I did this one because I've sat on it for a couple months. I haven't seen it in the community, and for me, it's a very, very big one. Upon putting it in a chat room last night, I wasn't the only one that was affected by this, so I expect to hear from at least a couple of you. Anyway, I hope that y'all let me know if you remember anything else from it. There was something about him being left-handed, then right-handed, then left-handed. He's using the wrong hand. If you know more about that, go ahead and put it in the chat. I might actually do a follow-up video on this if I get enough information. So, again, vote up for him hitting it with the back of his hand, or hitting it back with his hand. Vote down for the way it is right now. And I look forward to seeing your responses. This has been Dark Wolf. This is Darkwolf's Den. And remember, everybody, stay awake.